The Catholic Church, a beacon of faith for millions, has a long and complex history. Its influence spans continents and centuries, shaping cultures, societies, and even the course of history itself. From the majestic cathedrals that pierce the sky to the humble chapels that dot the countryside, the Church's presence is both grand and intimate. Within its hallowed halls, amidst rituals and traditions, lies a curious figure shrouded in intrigue: the devil's advocate. This role, often misunderstood and sometimes romanticized, is steeped in the Church's commitment to thoroughness and truth. This individual, officially known as the promoter of the faith, played a unique and vital role. Their duty was not to oppose for the sake of opposition, but to ensure that every claim of sainthood was meticulously examined. Their task was to scrutinize, to question, and to present arguments against an individual's proposed sainthood. They delved into the lives of candidates, seeking out any inconsistencies or exaggerations in the stories of their virtues and miracles. This fascinating position, often misunderstood, offers a glimpse into the Church's commitment to rigorous examination on the path to sainthood. It was a role that required not just skepticism, but a deep understanding of theology, history, and human nature. The very title, Devil's Advocate, evokes a sense of mystery and paradox. It conjures images of a lone figure standing against the tide, challenging the accepted narrative, and ensuring that the truth, no matter how inconvenient, is brought to light. It suggests a figure who argues for the sake of argument, who champions the impossible, who dares to challenge the sacred. This role was not about cynicism, but about safeguarding the sanctity of sainthood. This captivating title alone has fueled imaginations for centuries, making it a subject of fascination in art, literature, and popular culture. The Devil's Advocate remains a symbol of the Church's dedication to truth and integrity, a testament to its complex and multifaceted history. The role of the Devil's Advocate emerged in the 16th century, during a time of immense change and upheaval within the Church. The Protestant Reformation had shaken the very foundations of Catholicism, leading to internal reforms and a renewed emphasis on doctrinal rigor. It was against this backdrop that Pope Sixtus V established the position in 1587. The creation of the Devil's Advocate stemmed from a desire to ensure the integrity of the canonization process. Sainthood within the Catholic faith is the highest honor bestowed upon a deceased individual. It signifies their exemplary life of holiness and their proximity to God. Given the gravity of this declaration, the Church sought to establish a system that was both thorough and impartial. The Devil's Advocate played a crucial role in the intricate process of canonization. This role, officially known as the promoter of the faith, was established to ensure that the process of declaring someone a saint was thorough and unbiased. Once an individual was proposed for sainthood, a detailed investigation into their life and deeds commenced. This was not a simple task. It required a deep dive into the candidate's entire existence. The investigation involved meticulous research, examining testimonies, writings, and any evidence of miracles attributed to the candidate. Every piece of information was scrutinized to ensure its authenticity. Scholars and historians would gather to analyze these documents, often spending countless hours in pursuit of the truth. They would look into the smallest details, leaving no stone unturned. The Devil's Advocate was tasked with scrutinizing every aspect of this investigation, acting as a counterbalance to the postulator, who presented arguments in favor of the candidate's sainthood. This adversarial role was crucial in maintaining the integrity of the process. Their duties were wide-ranging and demanding. They had to be well-versed in theology, history, and law to effectively challenge the evidence presented. They meticulously examined accounts of the candidate's life, searching for inconsistencies, hidden flaws, or any evidence that contradicted their purported holiness. This often involved interviewing witnesses and cross-referencing multiple sources. They rigorously questioned the validity of miracles attributed to the candidate, demanding concrete proof and challenging subjective interpretations. This was perhaps the most contentious part of their role, as miracles are often deeply personal and difficult to quantify. The Devil's Advocate, in essence, was the ultimate skeptic, entrusted with the responsibility of ensuring that only the truly worthy attained the honor of sainthood. Their work was a testament to the rigorous standards upheld by the Church in its quest to recognize genuine holiness. The devil's advocate, with its evocative title and controversial role, has captured the public imagination for centuries. The very notion of someone arguing for the devil, even in a purely symbolic sense, is inherently intriguing. This fascination stems from the position's paradoxical nature, a figure operating within the church, yet seemingly aligned with the forces of darkness. This inherent tension has made the devil's advocate a compelling figure in literature, film, and theater. From classic novels to Hollywood blockbusters, the role has been portrayed in various ways, often with dramatic license. These portrayals, while entertaining, often diverge from the historical reality of the position, blurring the lines between fact and fiction. Section 5: A Changing Church, the Abolition and Its Impacts. In 1983, under the papacy of John Paul II, the role of the devil's advocate was officially abolished. This role, formerly known as the promoter of the faith, had been a critical part of the canonization process for centuries. It was the devil's advocate's job to argue against the canonization of a candidate, ensuring that only those truly worthy were declared saints. This decision, while surprising to some, was part of a broader series of reforms within the Catholic Church. These reforms aimed to modernize the Church and make it more relevant to contemporary society. The abolition of the devil's advocate was seen as a step towards a more compassionate and less adversarial process of recognizing sainthood. The Second Vatican Council, which took place from 1962 to 1965, had ushered in an era of modernization and openness, prompting a reassessment of traditional practices. This council was a pivotal moment in the history of the Catholic Church, leading to significant changes in liturgy, ecumenism, and the Church's approach to the modern world. The abolition of the devil's advocate was not without its critics. Many traditionalists within the Church felt that this change undermined the rigor and thoroughness of the canonization process. They feared that without a formal opposition, the process could become too lenient and susceptible to emotional appeals. Some argued that it weakened the canonization process, making it more susceptible to emotional appeals and less rigorous in its examination of evidence. They believed that the devil's advocate played a crucial role in ensuring that only those who had truly lived lives of heroic virtue were declared saints. Others, however, maintained that the role had become anachronistic, a relic of a bygone era. They argued that the Church needed to evolve and adapt to the changing times, and that the abolition of the devil's advocate was a necessary step in that direction. The debate over this decision reflects the broader tensions within the Church between tradition and modernization. Section 6: The Devil's Advocate in Popular Culture Myths and Misconceptions. Despite its abolition, the devil's advocate continues to captivate the public imagination. The term itself has entered common parlance, often used to describe someone who takes a contrary position in an argument, regardless of their personal beliefs. This popular understanding, however, often overlooks the nuance and complexity of the historical role. The devil's advocate was not simply a contrarian or a troublemaker. They were a highly educated and respected individual entrusted with a solemn duty to ensure the integrity of the canonization process. Their role was not to undermine faith, but to strengthen it by ensuring that sainthood remained a testament to true holiness. Section 7: The Legacy of Doubt, a balanced perspective on sainthood. The legacy of the devil's advocate is multifaceted and enduring. While the role itself no longer exists, its spirit lives on in the Church's ongoing commitment to thoroughness and impartiality in its processes. The devil's advocate, in essence, embodied a healthy skepticism, a willingness to question even the most sacred of cows. This legacy of doubt serves as a valuable reminder that questioning and critical thinking are not antithetical to faith but rather essential components of a mature and discerning belief system. The devil's advocate, through their challenging questions and unwavering scrutiny, helped to ensure that the path to sainthood remained a path of genuine merit, not one paved with sentimentality or blind faith. Section 8: Conclusion: The enduring significance of the devil's advocate. The devil's advocate, a figure shrouded in intrigue and often misunderstood, played a vital role in the history of the Catholic Church. Tasked with scrutinizing candidates for sainthood, they embodied the Church's commitment to rigorous examination and its pursuit of truth. While the role itself was abolished in 1983, Its legacy endures, reminding us of the importance of healthy skepticism, critical thinking, and the pursuit of truth in all matters of faith. The Devil's Advocate's story is not just a historical footnote, it is a testament to the enduring power of questioning, the importance of seeking truth, and the enduring human fascination with the gray areas where faith and doubt intersect. Section 9. What is next for the Devil's Advocate? The Catholic Church continues to evolve. It faces new challenges in a rapidly changing world. Perhaps the spirit of the Devil's Advocate, with its emphasis on scrutiny and critical thinking, might find renewed relevance in addressing contemporary issues. Could a similar role emerge, one that encourages open dialogue and rigorous debate within the Church? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the legacy of the Devil's Advocate, with its blend of skepticism, faith, and the pursuit of truth, continues to resonate, offering valuable lessons for our own time.